going on here, Jim?
We need to talk, Voorhees. You gotta tell me what's going on. You changed your case notes. You omitted the fact that you knew Matthew Dawes. Why did you do that, Voorhees? There's no way I can help you unless you tell me the whole truth.
Jim, you've got a lot of nerve coming in here like this. Like I'm some sort of common criminal. I gave my life serving this city. I demand some damn respect.
It's a shrine. I've known some cops who could never let go of some cases, but not like this.
The truth? Now that's funny. You go on, take a look around, take what you need, and then get the hell off my property. You have your warrant, then go on with your business. Just close the door when you're through and make sure it locks behind you.
Makes grocery shopping easy. No need to unload the car. All the convenience of a real one.
I never would have pictured you in pink, Voorhees.
Voorhees knew this Dawes guy all right. Looks like they were more than just acquaintances.
The Barber Street area. Whoa, is this the right RV? She is technically entitled to have one of these.
The fiber we found in Detective Briggs' trailer matches the apron found in the dumpster. Now, what was she doing at that club?
Yeah?
I know this is tough, Jim.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is very personal to me. And I'm not going to do anything to impugn the reputation of Detective Briggs. So if you don't start bringing me some indisputable physical evidence that puts her in that club, killing Beganowski, then I'm not going to do a damn thing for you on this one. Are you sure this is right? Okay. So the fiber from the apron puts Detective Briggs at the crime scene. I don't know. If you weren't the one asking, I'd say go back and try again. But I'll see what I can do. I'm not promising anything. In fact, I hope the judge turns us down.
Detective Briggs, we found the victim's blood on an apron behind the club. A thread from that same apron was in your home.
That's why you brought me in? I probably had the same kind of apron at some time. That's no evidence. How dare you accuse me of this?
Voorhees, I may be the only friend you have right now. You have the right to talk to your lawyer, but you and me, we're cops. I know where you're coming from. Talk to me.
Just because I carried a badge doesn't make me your sister, Jim. You have no idea where I come from or what I've been through.
I'm sorry, we'll need to swab the inside of your mouth.
You go right ahead and do your job, then. Matthew Dawes? No. Who's that?
He was a victim of the Barber Street boozer. Gary Beaumont seemed to think you had shown Mr. Dawes preferential treatment in an earlier altercation.
Gary Beaumont is a criminal. You're gonna take his word over mine? I don't know any Matthew Dawes.
We found a photo of you and Matthew together. You were obviously close.
If you already knew that, why'd you ask the question? I told you. I heard about this on the news, same as everyone. I never saw the victim before.
The DNA under Beganowski's fingernails matches Detective Briggs. I can't believe a cop would kill someone like that.
She was a hero in the department. I'm not looking forward to that press conference.
I guess this means the Barber Street boozer remains on the loose. Or maybe he's just passed into legend.
Greg, we're not done with Detective Briggs yet. She may still hold the answer to the boozer case.
I never saw the victim before.
We found your DNA under the victim's fingernails.
It's over, Juarez. We have all the evidence we need to charge you. It just doesn't make sense. Why would you kill this man? Why were you even in that club that night?
Have you ever lost someone you truly loved? Grief is like a cancer. Matthew Dawes was my fiancé. He was the Barber Street boozer's third victim. He was the only man I ever really loved, with my body and soul. But the man struggled with a sickness, with a disease.
You're trying to say he was gay. That's not a disease, Juarez.
It's a sin and a sickness, but we were working it out. We were praying, and we would have beaten this thing together. I know we would have. But then that monster took him away from me.
Do you mean Floyd Collister?
Hell yes, Floyd Collister. He was the boozer.
How long have you suspected that Floyd was the Barber Street boozer?
I don't suspect it. I know it. I had looked at Floyd for the killings before, more than once. I could never make it stick. Honestly, from talking to him, I didn't think he had it in him. I'd even been to that freak show club of his a few times, but I never saw anything like I did last night. I was just sitting in the back, watching for Collister or Beganowski or Beaumont, anyone on the list. No one paid me the least bit of attention, and then I noticed Floyd Collister walk in. It was hard to recognize him without the makeup and the dress, but there he was. And he was one mean son of a bitch for a change. Drunk, screaming at everybody. He even jumped all over Gary for going behind the bar and opening up a special stash of classic cork he was saving. Floyd started threatening Gary. You want a drink? I'll give you a drink. How about you drink until the black stuff starts oozing out your damn nose, you dirty old queen? That's when I knew, after all these years, I knew in my heart, in my gut, it was Floyd Collister. It was Floyd all along. He was the monster. It was Floyd all along. He killed Matthew. It wasn't revenge. It was justice.
Justice? What the hell are you talking about, Juarez? What's happened to you?
I'm a cop, Jim. What's happened to me? I never stopped working the case. That's what's happened to me. Even after they forced me off of it, threatened to transfer me, I never let it go. It was personal, don't you get it? That disgusting creature murdered the best man I've ever known. I had to take him down. I knew I didn't have enough proof, but I didn't need it. I waited, put up with that awful damn music, until closing time. I was the last one left. Floyd came out in that ridiculous dress to tell me the place was closed. I acted like I was leaving, but when he turned his back, I hit him with a hammer fist to the back of the head, knocked him clean out. I may be old, but I can still take down a perp. I tied him up with an apron from behind the bar, opened up a bottle of classic cork, and started pouring it down his throat. He was slurring drunk by the time he woke up. I almost wished I'd held back a little, so that he could have appreciated his situation a little better.
How did your DNA get under his fingernails?
Got careless. Let him grab me while I was coming in with a fresh bottle. Not that he could hold on to me by then. He just kept whining. Not me, not me, crying like a damn baby. I bet Matthew didn't cry, you filthy bastard.
Floyd Collister didn't perform last night. You killed his understudy, Wallace Biganowski.
That's impossible. I saw him go backstage. I saw him go back there and come out dressed as a woman. I saw him.
Detective, I think you were right when you said grief is like a cancer. Your fiancé wasn't sick, but you are. And now you'll have to pay for your sin as well.
Oh, God, what have I done? I killed him. Not me. Oh, God, no, no.
Is there anything you can tell us that might help us put away the boozer?
I don't know. I can't. The hairs. Did you ever get any of Collister's DNA? Did you try running it against the hairs from the crime scene? I tried, maybe 15 years ago, but there just wasn't enough there for a sample. But your lab already found one impossible sample from that skin flake.
I went through the cold case evidence very thoroughly. There was no hair.
There's got to be. I checked it into Central Property myself.
I'll go to Central Property, but in the meantime, Maurice Briggs, you're under arrest for the murder of Wallace Biganowski. Maurice was right about that hair. It was in a separate folder, but otherwise exactly where it was supposed to be. They just missed it when they sent over the rest of the Barber Street Boozer file.
Whoa. Marcel is the Barber Street Boozer? Unbelievable. I've got to put this in my book.
Brass better be ready for the press conference of his career.
What do you need? I'm going to need to see some evidence before I go to a judge. It's the last call for Floyd Collister. I'll pick him up.
Haven't I made it abundantly clear that Floyd Collister is but a distant memory? He might as well be dead and buried. Don't you think it's unhealthy to obsess about the past? There's nothing we can do to change it. It is what it is.
You know the problem with the past is it's never passed. We have your DNA, Marcel. We know you murdered those boys.
I did, didn't I? No matter how hard I try, I will never escape him. He's always a part of me. Even though, truly, Captain Brass, I am not Floyd Collister. Not anymore, anyway. Marcel wishes with all her heart that she could change what happened. But you cannot choose your destiny.
Life's a bitch.
I shall confess to all the unfortunate and dreadful details, Captain. But I shall refuse to my dying breath to say I killed Wally because I absolutely did not. I may have broken his heart, but I would have never extinguished his soul. I only left out a few minor details.
Like removing the apron and chair?
I don't know. They seem to obviously bring the boozer to mind, and I didn't want anyone to make the association.
You can't run from your past.
I never thought of it as running. I chose to think of it as metamorphosis. Perhaps even redemption. I was reborn as Marcel. All that rage and fear was gone. I was free. And for 35 years, I was bathed in love. Oh, what a glorious ride.
Morris, Floyd Collister. You're under arrest for the murder of Matthew Dawes, Lon Muskie, Gus D'Souza.
Congratulations on a job very well done. Not only did we solve a celebrity case, we closed a cold case as well. Eckley couldn't be more pleased. I realize you've only been with us for a short time, but you're a true professional. It's funny, I was just thinking the other day how you remind me of a criminalist who used to work with us, Warwick Brown. You have his fire. Don't ever lose that. Anyway, you're a great asset to the team. I hope you're with us for a long time. Now go home and get some rest.